here is a little workout class for if anybody ever misses the workout group online, or if you just want to incorporate an extra exercise routine into your week. It'll be the same format that we usually do in our virtual classes. We'll start with a warm up and then we'll go into our workout. So, about 5 or 6 exercises that we will repeat that round 3 times, and then we will move into our cool down. So, this should be about 35 to 45 minutes altogether. And we will begin in 1 second. All right, so for our warm up, we're going to start with our chest openers, but we're also doing some side steps as we do them. So we're going side to side, chest openers. Getting everything warmed up. Good. We're going to keep stepping side to side for the warm up. We're going to go into some shoulder rolls. I'm starting with going backwards, but you can start forward. We're going to do both. So, it doesn't matter. Take the other way. All right, I'm going to keep marching and I'm going to go into chest openers diagonally. So I'm stepping side to side and I'm stretching my arms. One goes up and one goes down. Clapping in the middle. This is still the warm up, remember. All right. Alrighty, we are going to just focus on the lower body for this next one. We're going to do some calf raises. So you're coming up on the balls of your feet and you're lifting your heels off the ground and you're working your calves out. So you're just coming up and down. And we'll do about like 20 of these. Halfway there. Two more. Good. All right. Last one we're going to do for our warm up is we're going to do our trunk twists. So, bottom half of your body is staying totally stationary. Your feet, your toes are pointed straight ahead. We're only moving from the waist up. So, we're just twisting our upper body, the upper half of our body like this. Everything else stays still. All right. Good warm up, everybody. Make sure you have water nearby for in between the breaks. So we're going to go exercises are 40 seconds and then we'll have a 20-second break in between them. We'll go through the whole round and then after each round we'll take a 1 minute break. Um, And then that'll be like a longer rest and recovery period. So we will begin here in just a second. I'm going to get my timer ready. I'm going to need a drink of water, and then we'll begin. Okay. So we're starting with our half jacks or our modified jacks, 40 seconds. As we do this, both arms are coming up and only one leg is coming up at a time or coming out at a time. So let's begin. You can do regular jumping jacks if you want, but these are the modified or the half jacks. So 40 seconds on, and then we'll do 20 seconds off. That's about halfway. All right, good. Take a 20-second break here. And then the next exercise, if you want to use weights, you can. We're going to be doing a curl and a press, which you can use weights for, or you don't have to use weights, or if you want to use water bottles or like cans of soup, you can do that too to add a little bit of resistance, but it's totally okay to just use your own body weight. So we'll have about 10 more seconds of a rest. All right. We're going to be going into our curl and press, like a combination in one move. So curl, press, curl, press. And we're coming back down the same way we came up. Good, and that's halfway. Couple more. Last one. Maybe one more. All right. Good. We're going to keep working our arms out for this one. I wouldn't use weights for this one because it's arm circles, unless you had really, really light weights and you were doing very small arm circles. But I'm going to do about like medium-sized arm circles, maybe like about the size of a basketball for this next one. And we're going to go 20 seconds forward and 20 seconds backwards, and then we'll rest. So they're pretty big. Not the biggest we can do, but we're going to get there maybe on the next round. So about the size of a basketball. And now we're going to go backwards for the next 20 seconds. And even though you have to use your shoulders for this, you want to make sure that they're not scrunched up like that. Kind of try to keep them relaxed and down, back and down. Good. Good. I'm going to take our little rest here for 20 seconds. Grab some water if you want. We'll do about 10 more seconds here. All right, we're going to move into our high knee marches. So we want to get our knees as high as we can. Sometimes I like to put my hands sort of like at my waist, and I try to use that as like the goal for where I want my knee to come up to.
if you don't want to do that, you can put your hands on your waist, or you can be doing something with your arms, like lifting them up and lowering them. You can keep them raised as you march. Some people like to do that. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Just kind of the goal is to get your knees as high up as you can for these marches. So we'll do it for 40 seconds. And if you really want to challenge yourself, you can lift your arms higher and really try to get that, your hand and your knees to touch. So we have about 10 seconds left. Good. Good. 20 seconds of rest here. Next one, we have another core exercise. It's going to be our crunches. We're going to do them standing up, and we're going to do them um, crossing over your body in the middle. So your hands are going to be behind your head, and we're going to bring one elbow towards the opposite knee. You're crunching in the middle and coming back up. We're going to do 20 seconds on one side and then 20 seconds on the other side rather than alternating. We're first going to do the same side for half of the time, and then we'll switch to the other side. So I'll begin, and then I will keep count for 20 seconds, and I'll let you know when it's time to switch. So you can choose which side you begin with. And you can do this sitting down as well. And switch. All right. Nice work. Very good. And last one is going to be our aerobic kickbacks. So you don't have to start yet. I'm going to sort of go through the sequence of how to get to the movement. I like to start, because this one requires a little coordination, I like to start going side to side with just like sort of the basic aerobic step. Then I'm going to add in the kick, which is going to be like you're kind of kicking yourself in the behind. And then I'm adding my arms. So we will begin for 40 seconds here. This is kind of like the chest opener exercise that we did for our warm up. So I was preparing us for this exercise. Halfway there. All right, good work. And that was the full round one. So take a rest for a minute and drink some water, rest and recover.
That was the minute break, and we are going to move back into our workout. We're beginning with our
modified jacks. Two and one and rest. The next exercise, you can grab your weights if you want to. It's going to be the curl and press combination. All right, so we will curl and press. Halfway. Right. So you can put your weights away. We're going to move into our arm circles. So we're going to do 20 seconds going in one direction, and then the second half will be going in the opposite direction. I'm going to start going with forward arm circles. We'll begin that in about 10 seconds. And remember, everyone, this is our second round. So after this, we only have one more to go, and the exercise is complete, and then we will move into our cool down. All right, let's begin our arm circles. 20 seconds here. So we're still going about the size of maybe in between a basketball and a hula hoop. This is how big we can go now. We're going to go a little bit bigger. We're going to switch directions. Keep your arms nice and straight, nice and strong back. Got 5 more seconds here. And rest. Next up, we're going to move into our high knee marches. And we'll do that for 40 seconds. And let's begin. All right. Nice work. Take a rest here, then we're moving into our crossover crunches. So we're going to continue working on some core exercises. So remember, we're doing the same side for the first half. And then we're going to switch sides. That was 20 seconds. And rest. Almost there to the end of the second round. And the very last one for this round is going to be our aerobic style step with our kickback. So it's going to be like we're shifting side to side, we're using our arms, and we're also kicking ourselves in the behind. It'll seem like you don't have to go all the way back, but that's the motion that your leg is going to be doing. So let's begin. I'm starting this way, then I'm going to start my kicks. That sort of helps me feel coordinated. And it's up to you if you want to like speed up the pace here, add a little bounce, kind of make it a little bit more interesting. About 10 seconds left. All right, good work, everyone. We are going to take a 1-minute break, and then we're going to move into our third and final round. Right, we are going to go right in. We're going to do our modified jacks, and the timer's on 40 seconds. Next is our curl and press. So if you want to grab your weights, you can. And we'll start in about 5 seconds. All right, so remember the movement is a curl right into the press. And let's begin. 15 seconds. So we're going to finish strong. This is our last round. Good. We're going to keep those arms working. I know they're a little bit heavy, a little tired right now. We're going to go into our arm circles. Now, the size of our arm circles now are going to be as big as you can go, maybe like the size of a hula hoop. So that's pretty big. We're really going to test our shoulder mobility and our range of motion for this one. So remember, we're going one way and then the other way. I don't really care which direction you start with. Just try to do both if you can. So we are gonna begin. I'll let you know at the halfway mark when we want to switch directions. So these are my big hula hoops. It might mean that you have to go a little bit slower to control the movement since it's a bigger movement than the last one, and that's fine. We're gonna switch. Very good. Shake your shoulders out a little bit since you were really working them. Next up, we're going to go to our high knee marches. So whatever you want to do with your arms, if you want to, like do sort of like a runner's march with your arms like this, if you want to keep them on your waist, if you want to lift them up and down, whatever you like to do. This is good for keeping our heart rate up, for the aerobic part of the exercise, and it's also a great core workout because you're working your lower abdomens as you are engaging your core and you are bringing your knees high up as you can. These muscles have to stay really nice and tight. Keep them engaged the whole time. And we can begin. So about 5 more seconds. All right, and we're going to take a 20-second break here. We're not quite done with our ab work or our core work yet because we are going to go into our crossover crunches. So we're going to go 20 seconds on one side and then we're going to switch rather than alternating. It's just a little bit easier and allows us to keep our balance a little bit better rather than switching each time. So we're going to go 20 seconds and then I'll let you know when we're at that point and then we will switch. And that'll be our last core exercise, but it's a good one. All right, let's begin. So keep your ab muscles engaged, tightened up. Breathe through your exercises. That's halfway, so we're switching sides now. We're trying to get our elbow to touch our knee, and we want them to meet in the middle. Somewhere like near your belly button, if you can. And you can do this seated as well. And that's time. We're really almost there now. The last one we have is our aerobic step plus kickbacks. And that'll kind of end our workout. And we will move into our cool down stretching. So we'll grab a drink of water if you need. All So aerobic kickbacks, and we'll begin. So side to side, we're kicking back, and we're adding our arms. Couple more seconds. All right. Good work, everyone. That was the third and final round, and you did it, and you did awesome. So we're going to move into our stretching and our cool down. So catch your breath. We're just kind of slowly doing these side steps because we're getting our heart rate back, down. You want to stop completely, right? In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's bring one arm across and pull it into your body. Really feel that stretch in your bicep, in your shoulder, in your back, sort of your upper arm area. And we're going to switch. This is always one of my favorite parts of the day, when you can get the stretching in and sort of like repair the workout that you did for yourself. Really stretch out those same muscles that worked so hard for you. This is a very important step, and you never want to skip it. If you can, we're going to try to do a tricep stretch. So I'm going to try to pat yourself on the back like this, elbow pointed up to the sky, and use your other hand to sort of help stabilize that arm. And you can bring it close to your head like this, to the side of your head, and you should feel that stretch down here in your tricep. You can see my hand is actually on my shoulder blade. If you can get it like that, that's great. If you can't bend it all the way back, just try to get it as close as you can. And we're going to switch. And we're still breathing. All right, great work, everyone. We're going to start stretching our hamstrings out a little bit. So I'll move the camera angle to the side. So we are sort of bending a little bit. We're extending one leg straight and the other leg is staying bent. You're going to hinge forward at your hips, and you can use your hands to stabilize yourself, but I don't want you pushing hard on your knees or your thighs. We're just holding here lightly, and we're flexing our foot up, and then it's going to get under your leg, your hamstrings. You'll get a good stretch in there. So we'll hold that pose. And then we're going to switch sides. Same thing, just on the other side. Make sure your foot is flexed up. And you can keep your chest and head up. Good. And we're going to do some cat cows, but we're going to sort of do them in like kind of a squat position. So you can bend your knee a little bit and come forward. Now you can put some pressure on your upper thighs if you want, but my knees are slightly bent and I'm bent over. My chest and head are up. And I'm going to round my back for the cat position and then for the cow. So really round your back. Exhale as you arch your back and bring your head back up. We'll do a couple more. I'll actually turn so you can have a side view. So And just do some really nice slow shoulder rolls. Maybe 3 back, 3 forward. Take our arms and push all the way out. Drop your head, round your back out, and drop your arms down. Bring everything up. Stretch as tall as you can. We're going to fold in half after this one and bring your hands as close to the floor as you can. You can sort of hang here. You can sway side to side if you want. You don't have to lock your knees. You can give them a little bend too. And slowly come up. Good. We're going to do some neck stretches now. We're going to drop our head forward, stretch the back of your neck. Shoulders are back and down. And same thing, but go the opposite way, dropping your head back. And come back to neutral. We're going to drop one side of your head towards your shoulder, so ear to shoulder. And use that arm just to help you intensify the stretch. Add a little weight, but you're not pulling. Just holding it right there. And do the same with the other side. Good. Let's take our head and turn it over one shoulder. Look to over your shoulder to one side. Hold that stretch. Same with the other side. Good. One big stretch with your arms open. And in. One more time. Really open your chest here and come in. Give yourself a pat on the back or a little hug. You did a great job. Great workout, everyone. And save this for a rainy day for when you want to add another extra workout to your week, or if you miss class or you just feel like you've been kind of sitting down for a while inside, can't get outside because the weather's bad. Do this little class. I know you can do it. And I will see you next time. Take care.